can we just consider what's happening just for 1 minute? Out of nowhere, out of the blue, a 250 to 1 outsider, Jeremy Corbyn, with a chink of light, was given a chance, an opportunity to take part, and he received the largest single, most incredible, not just now, in history, he got the largest vote ever from any leader ever. He a single mandate to run a political party. A party that people hated. No one trusted. No one trusts the political system. It's virtually like people are hoodwinked into believing into a democracy, but this guy shows up and he gets elected. He gets elected on a mandate of anti-austerity. Let's just think who this guy is. This guy has spent his entire life, all his life, fighting for peace. He's been on every single march. He was the leader of Stop the War against Iraq. Everything he's ever done in his life, he showed up for peace. That's it. Whatever he's being an MP, all his politics and everything, his single most important thing is he's a man of peace. A man who wants to fight against wars, who wants to stop anti-nuclear, anti-trident, anti-sea. He wants, and he gets elected. He gets elected on an anti-austerity ticket. On an anti-austerity ticket against a government's and his own party's ideological thinking that even though during this period that we've already had of austerity, the richest wealth has doubled, while poorest people, they've been punished, while the vulnerable, they've had sanctions, they've had workfare, we've had food banks, we've had 0-hour contracts, low pay, no pay, the smashing the union bills, the smashing the workers' rights, the shift from public services into private. We've had a cap on public servants' wages for 5 years. They're threatening 5 more years. Nothing, nada. Nurses, firefighters, the heart and soul teachers of our society. The ones that teach our kids, the ones that mop up our blood, mop up our sweat, the firefighters, the first responders who go out to save us. They cap their wages. And this man's turned up and he said, I want a Citizens Bank. A Citizens what? He says, I want people's quantitative easing. No, you do not. That's like the silver bullet through the heart of a vampire. You're not, you people's what? Right now today, they just said that on a report, 8% of councils, only 8% are replacing the homes that they're selling off under the right to buy scheme. And they want 1.3 million housing associations. With David Cameron's home owning democracy, where are people supposed to live? Where are they supposed to live? And they want them in debt to banks. And this man has turned up. He said anti-austerity. He said people's citizens' banks, people's quantitative easing. He wants to build not-for-profit homes. Not-for-profit what? These vulture capitalists and hedge funders that walk around with your George Osbornes. How much is that? I want that. I'll build that. I'll do that. So they can profit, so they can feed into the money, the public funds. Because they want it. They see it as theirs. It's their gold mine. And you get nothing. You get no services. And you're still paying. You get nothing. It goes to the likes of Walt Disney and Amazon. £93 billion in corporate welfare. $28 billion to private landlords. So let's just get back to thinking. So this guy showed up and on top of that, he wants to nationalise the rail. He wants to nationalise the energy. You're like, you what? Wants to nationalise what? That's people need to, where banks are profiting from. He wants free education. Free what? He wants university. All students to go to university for free. He wants no fracking. He wants to stop the heinous, despicable trade agreements that would see corporations lawless. He wants to curb the banks. Can you even imagine? So this guy turns up with all these ideas. What do they do? What do they do? They go full. God, they're out there. The newspapers, he's anti-Semitic. He's anti-Semitic. He doesn't like. He's a warmonger. He's with terrorists. Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden. Look at how he dresses. That scruffy get. His jacket's up there somewhere. Look at the state of the man. He's not singing the national anthem. He doesn't like the Queen. Now in the Express today, something about like 3 generations before, his great-great-great-granddad run a workhouse. This is bordering on. Someone said, it was Peter Jukes. He said something like about the newspapers, which is blaring media every single day. You know, before he was even elected, they had Tony Blair there say, you do not elect this man. They done everything in their power to stop him. And now that he's been elected, they just want to discredit him. They don't even care what they're saying anymore. You got the Harry Cole from The Sun yesterday. He said he was in 1987. He said he gave some money to an IRA man who was running, and he wasn't even IRA. He was fake. He was a fraudster. And the Times had to issue an apology the next day. This guy's talking about it like 50 years later. You know what? They are relentless in their pursuit. And Peter Jukes said, the media, the propaganda media, and it's all sides. You know what I just said? They're all at it. The New Statesman, the Observer, even the right from the Observer's writing today saying, you know, in the Guardian saying, you know, so many people voted for him. He's got the #1 mandate ever of any politic, any leader, any time in history. Young people, you know, people with a conscience, they're all behind him. Why would we say he's unelectable? Why would we cast aspersions on his character? Why would we say, look at how he dresses? Why would we criticize him for not singing our national anthem? Why? Who would do that? And Peter Duke said, the media, they're holding him hostage. You know, they're physically holding Jeremy Corbyn hostage. It's almost that the media are a terrorist organisation. They are rampant, militant paramilitaries, working for the banks, working for the government, working for the hedge funders and the private equity and the corporations. That this man of peace, the one thing that you can't talk about, they're the newspapers are the warmongers. They're the ones that show me the bodies of the refugees. It was David Cameron while the bodies were on the bottom of the Mediterranean, dead. Black Africans dead at the bottom of the sea, off the coast of Lampedusa. And he went on holiday. And Katie Hopkins was writing her poisonous. And this man, this beautiful man, this human being, Jeremy Corbyn. And this is what they do. Because they don't want you to have any hope. They don't want you to believe in you know, you're saying, I said to you yesterday that he's Gandhi, he's Mandela. You know, because he's our peacenik. Patchouli, supporting the workers. No, you have every right. You have every right to think that this man is Jesus Christ. You have every right to think about Messianic, because they are crucifying him. They are crucifying him. They don't want you to believe that you have a chance, that your children have a chance of a free education. They don't want you to believe that our public servants, our nurses, our teachers, our firefighters, they don't want you to believe that people that sweep our streets, the people that the labourers and the cleaners, they don't want you they don't deserve a home. They don't want you to believe they deserve a home. They want you to think that they don't deserve anything. But we all deserve, and that's why he fights for a fairer, more equal society. And they don't want you to believe in a fairer, more equal society.